Good morning. Yes, I still have red eyes. I've only been awake X number of minutes, less than 10. Enough to throw on a robe, make a cup of coffee, let the dogs out, and walk out here and sit down. Um, Another early morning, woke up by a bad dream, which sucks. So, looks like everybody else is still sleeping. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. A lot of my subscribers, it's 7 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday. Thursday's my favorite day because Thursday is almost, and you get to look forward to it, Friday. As far as I'm concerned, Friday, the entire day, is already part of the weekend. Lawnmowers must have been here yesterday. I walked out here barefoot as usual and got grass clippings all over my feet. So the landscapers must have been here yesterday. Ooh, looks like the neighbor's vining pumpkin or whatever it is over here is doing well. And look, you might think that that sunflower is sad, but he's not. He's just waiting, facing east and waiting for the sun to come up. Pretty soon he's going to be so heavy, though, that he will flop over even worse and not be able to pick his head up towards the sun. And there are some more back there that are getting really, really big too. Ooh, is that a rainbow? Y'all see the rainbow? Ooh. Because we have so much moisture in the air, it's not raining, but it's sure is humid. So yeah, it is definitely one of those beautiful mornings. Very few birds awake making noise, at least. They're not making noise yet. And my dogs don't want to be outside right now either. They don't like to get all wet from the grass. Vintage Halloween Designs by Clint. Good morning, Clint. Do you know how much I love Halloween? Love it. It is my favorite holiday. How am I today? I am tired. Could have had a little bit more sleep, but was woke up by a bad dream. So here I sit in the backyard with coffee. In my house, it's Halloween every day. Well, I will have to look up your stuff. Ooh, there's a kitty cat. It's a kitty cat. Hello, kitty kitty. Are you wondering what I'm doing over here? Huh? Stalking in the next yard. What are you stalking, huh? What are you stalking? You waiting for those bunnies? I hope you don't go catching any of those bunnies right in front of me. Well, the neighbors are awake already. Oh, I'm afraid that bunny is... If there's a bunny, he's that little rabbit is going to stalk it and get it. I see we have a message held for review. Oh, you don't know when I'm going to be done. Silly. I'll have to subscribe to your channel, though. When I get done live, I'll go look at your channel. Mm-hmm. Do you make Halloween decorations, or what exactly do you make that's vintage Halloween design? Oh, masks and all that kind of thing. It was the most fun when I had um, kids at home, even when they were teenagers. They loved Halloween. Halloween was a party for them and all their friends all the time. Oh, okay. I have a die cut machine. I haven't really gotten to using it quite yet. I need to pull it out of the closet and see what dies I have. Although the ones I have been given to me, so I'm not really sure which ones I have, what shapes and whatever. Oh, somebody's chirping. And here comes the kitty cat. Here comes the kitty cat, doing what kitty cats do. Hi, meow, meow, meow. Hello, meow, 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 meow. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, kitty cat. Let me turn this around so maybe you can, it'd be easier. Let's see this way. There you are. Right where those bunnies come through. You're just waiting, aren't you? Doing what natural kitty cats do, but I don't want to see you get a kitty, murder any bunny. No, no catching any bunnies. Silly kitty cat. Oh, it's raining by you? Well, a few minutes ago, oh, I still see part of the rainbow to the west of us. Oh, now that I've talked to the cat has decided to go back towards the house. Good thinking. Good kitty cat thinking. That's the neighbor's cat. They're always up early. I suppose this isn't very early for a lot of people on a Thursday. But it is for me, not my usual. I can't even remember exactly what my bad dream was about. But you know, that's how it goes, right? You have dreams and then you wake up and you can't even, a few minutes later, you can't even remember what it was about. You just remember the feeling. Oh, is it 6 a.m. by you too? Yeah. It's nice and quiet still. since the landscapers have come already, we've already had garbage day, and oxygen delivery is not until tomorrow. It should be a quiet morning. It's nice to meet you too. Who else do we have here? Somebody else is on, lurking. You don't have to say hello if you don't want to. A couple times a week, whenever I get woke up early by somebody or something, i.e., a dog, or accidentally by my husband, or by a bad dream, or like today, or just, whatever, why. If it's early, I just run downstairs, make a coffee, let the dogs out, and come on out to the backyard. Ah, now that person is gone. Somebody left. I think last night's dream involved my daughter, but as a teenager, young teenager, and my now ex-husband, who was my ex-husband then at the time too, in my dream and for real. Yeah, but I can't remember any more than that. Just woke up not feeling very good about that one. You had one the other night and pulled a muscle in your right leg. Oh goodness. Oh, bad dreams are bad enough without waking up with a pulled muscle or a Charlie horse or whatever else that makes you want to scream. So, how's everyone's week been? My week has been interesting. Um, I have a friend over visiting for a little while, but she goes home tomorrow. And let's see. This week I also found out about two uh, adult kids, not very much adult, but you've been busy all week, but you're still crafting. Yeah, that's good. Uh-oh, I hear thunder in the distance. We might get run off into the house by a little bit of a still thunderstorm. Those clouds don't look that bad, but that rainbow's getting brighter over there because the sun's coming up. Those clouds don't look too bad. You just hear a little thunder in them. So as I was saying, um, this week has brought news of two separate families that I know that have young adult sons with autism. One of them also is having some medical issues. And both of them have struggled really badly lately and have ended up in the hospital. To get mental health help. Both of the moms and dads are distraught. And I know the one young man has been in the hospital previously, but I believe the other young man, he's younger. I don't know that he's even, he might not even be considered an adult yet. Um, Hello, Cardinal. And here comes the helicopter for the traffic report. Every morning, goes out and comes back. So, the one younger of the two, um, yeah, he's he's having a medical hard time as well as a mental health hard time, behaviorally too. And I just know that it's hard with these particular young men, as well as it is at times with my son, to regulate their own behavior. And I just feel, in fact, I burst out in tears yesterday when I found out about the second young man, because that could be that my child. And I know these moms and I know these kids, and it's just hard for me, I think, to hear and know that other people are struggling. But these mamas need to know that they're not alone, and these young men need to know that they're not alone. I know one is able to be in an interdisciplinary hospital type setting where more than just mental health is addressed. His actual medical problems will be addressed as well. So that's a good thing. Now, with our son, there has never been any mental health related hospital stays or emergencies. But we've sure had our general stay of hospital visits, general stays and surgeries and that kind of thing. Which I'm sure has now given my son medical, PTSD, along with his mama. And probably his dad by now, too, I'm sure. Yep. Some of these struggles for these young people with autism or other issues, but whether they're medical, mental health, behavioral, intellectual, developmental, it's really, or any combination thereof, right? They're not mutually exclusive. Um, yeah, it's a struggle at times and can feel very, very lonely. Lonely for the young man or young lady, and for the parents. Hmm. The more involved it feels like, the more involved your child is with medical issues or mental health issues, intellectual delays, developmental delays, the less other people want to be around or offer any help. And if they get to be a certain age, after like high school age, the help for them, like educationally or vocationally, dwindles next to nothing. Um, Especially when they aren't able to function very well on their own in society, not able to just go get a job, part-time job even. So now a job is something my son will never, that will never happen. I know some people tell me to never say never about my child, that I'm, speaking that out into the universe and giving up on him. But to that I say, I'm his mom. He's 20 years old already. And I know that he is capable of making more and more progress. It's just, it won't be progress like being able to do a lot on his own. He's got a lot himself going on medically on top of his autism and the developmental delays, the intellectual delays, and just even physically. He will always look like an 8-year-old boy. Although now he's able to grow a little mustache and a little beard, which looks very odd, I have to say, on a little redheaded 8-year boy who looks like he's 8. But he stays home most of the time. His immune system doesn't allow him to be just out and about, and he can't go out and about on his own. So he's been at home with us, and he will be at home with us. We take him to whatever medical appointments he needs to go to. Every once in a while, gets to go to Target. He likes to go to Target. He likes to pick out new headphones at Target. He is mostly deaf, not completely deaf. I know most people think that when you say someone is deaf, that means that they can't hear at all. He is not one of those deaf who can't hear at all. He is one of those deaf that has practically 100% deaf in one ear, and the other ear is a moderate loss, which means he wants to play things very loudly. And because he wants to play things very loudly, for the rest of us with normal hearing or typical hearing, um, it is way too loud. And it would be for everything he looked at on the computer, all the music he would play or anything. So he wears the headphones so that he can hear it, and it saves um, the hearing of us parents, and his nurse. Speaking of which, tomorrow is his current nurse and only nurse is her last day. She hasn't been with us very long, probably just the summer, I think. A little over the summer. A little longer than that, not much. But we knew she was a school nurse, and we were told that that's not something she wanted to um, continue doing. And she said she just loves to learn. She took, just last week, took her test to have her certified school nurse status. And I don't know what job she got offered or where she's going to, but she was somehow from somewhere using her nursing skills, made an offer she couldn't refuse. And we all know that right now the economy is shit. Everything is expensive, and she's trying to take care of 3 kids by herself. So I am happy for her because I'm sure more money coming in will be less stress for her and her kids, and they'll be easier to have what they need and perhaps some of what they want. I don't know. I know 2 of them are younger and one is a little bit older, but as much as you are, happy for someone like that getting an offer they can't refuse, money wise, it means, that we're left with one less nurse, or in this case now, lately, no nurse. And our son does need a nurse, not just a parent. And it's really hard to be both at the same time. You really end up having to give up one or the other. And when there's a lot of medical things going on, there's really no choice but to give up being mom. You have to be nurse and take care of all the medical things. And since whenever everybody got uh, told to go home and work from home, or if they could, or whatever, um, my husband has been home, and he's still home, works from home. So he would be able to work up in his office on the days we had a nurse, and the nurse would take care of Oliver's needs. And the days that we didn't have a nurse or don't have a nurse, um, my husband would try do his best to work and take care of the medical stuff at the same time, because too many years of trying to be quite the extreme far end, of caregiving. It's practically being a nurse. I mean, I might as well be a nurse for my own child, trying to be nurse and mom and teacher and physical therapist and occupational therapist. Go to all the appointments, go to the pharmacy, manage medicines, manage supplies, manage oxygen. Too many years of that kind of thing. It's not as simple as burnout. People say, oh, you get burnt out. No, can get burnt out. Doctors can get burnt out. They're not taking care of their own child that way. Even heard the term caregiver burnout, but that doesn't even necessarily apply that you're taking care of a family member of your own. Thank you, Clint. On a happy note, my daughter put out on the internet her announcement of baby number 3 coming. She has a son, I have a grandson, and I have a granddaughter. And so I guess number 3, they did a cute little thing where number 3 will be the tiebreaker. Especially since there's mom and daughter and dad and son. So overall, for the whole family, this one's the tiebreaker. I am team boy. I think it's going to be another little boy. But this time, as opposed to the last 2 times, they're not going to find out the baby's gender ahead of time. So everyone will be surprised at birth, including the baby coming out into this world. That'll be a surprise. So in February 2025, mid-February, I think, I'll have grandbaby number 3. My phone just told me that Sunday is the new moon. And I have to admit, I sure as hell thought being grandma would be different too. And I'm sure people would just say, oh, you have to stop comparing. Stop comparing everything about your grandkids to what is quote unquote typical. Stop comparing them to your disabled child. Oh, but that's easier said than done. Easier said than done when your disabled child has all these things he'll never grow up to do. Boy, those little grandbabies are growing up fast. So smart. And I'm so grateful that they're healthy and that they are smart and they're strong. But sometimes, just like seeing other kids, but when seeing your own grandkids can be a kick in the gut and a huge reminder of how soon they'll be taller and older. And smarter. Than their own uncle. All the chances he won't ever have and all the things that they will do. Hello, birdies. How are you facing the sun, huh? Is the sun coming up, birdie, birdie? I've said it a million times sitting out here. I see a whole bunch of wildlife I didn't know was even here until I started to come out here and sit. And watch. There's little baby bunnies, mommy bunnies. There's the cat next door that apparently knows about the bunnies. Stalks the bunnies. Hi, sweetheart little boy. My puppy dog just came over by me. And lots of birds and lots of squirrels. Dogs will chase after the squirrels as if they have a chance of possibly catching them, because the squirrels are up on a fence or on the tree or up on a bunch of utility wires. And then there's the little chipmunks that swerve in and out of fences. They're teeny tiny. And then we have, thanks to our neighbor, because of all their trees and all their stuff in their garden, there's a lot of butterflies. And dragonflies. My little doggy, you begging for coffee now? I'm not going to let you have it. No. You have a sip? You can have a sip, but that's it. No? Okay. I guess that bad dream, even though it was about some, the only thing, like I said, I can remember is my daughter and my ex-husband. Even though it was about something different, I guess it can make all kinds of, emotions come out anyway. Sometimes I come out here and it's one of these sad hard conversations, just sitting here talking to myself. And sometimes I come out here and all kinds of people get on. Good morning. And oh God, the dog, please don't let the other dog start barking. Hank, you be quiet. Other times, all kinds of people are up and awake and get online and talk, and you never know who you'll run into and the kinds of conversations you'll have. Hank! Hank, it's just the neighbor. You be quiet. Be quiet, Hank. Now here's the other dog, some other dog in the distance. We got Hank from my dad. My stepmom passed away. My dad needed to only be taking care of one pet. He couldn't handle taking care of more than the one dog by himself. So I inherited Hank. And Hank is, I don't know if any of you've heard me talk about Hank before, but Hank is half Doberman, miniature Doberman Pinscher, and half Chihuahua. And that is crazy. Oh, all night? Oh, Lord, that's got to be annoying. Yeah, our neighbor's next door, that guy getting up and going to work, that's why he's up. But there's obviously, like I showed you guys, there's a chain link fence between our yard and their yard. So when our dogs see them out in their backyard, they bark, but then they eventually stop barking because the neighbors are kind to them, or they just, don't pay the barking any mind at all. The nicest neighbors we've had. Huh. Back when we had greyhounds, though, they didn't really bark. Greyhounds don't really know how to bark a lot of the time because, I mean, not that physically that they don't know how, but oh, it makes you to where you don't sleep half the time. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Too bad your neighbors don't have greyhounds that don't know, all they know how to do is be a pet, they don't know how to be a pet. They just know how to be a racing dog. And they've been retired from racing, thank goodness. It is not a kind, quote unquote, nor is it a sport. And we've had several retired racing dogs, or dogs that, as they say, failed racing school. They weren't fast enough. We've had lots of them as pets, rescued and adopted them, and they had a big backyard to run if they wanted to run, short little runs. Most of the time they just laid on the couch and slept. Oh, like 4 dogs next door? Yeah. We have 3, but they're all small. The loudest one is probably the smallest one. She's a little Chihuahua. But yeah, I had to get a crate and pay extra on the airlines and bring Hank home with us, and Hank had to became part of our family. That was his name already. My dad named all of his dogs people names, and almost all of them after country music singers, usually older country western, as they called it at the time, country and western music singers. But we've always named all of our dogs with human names. so Hank having a human name, he fits right in. Although he's odd, he's very much a barker. He was the one who got everybody barking at my dad's house, and so now he gets these other two, the little Chihuahua and my little Yorkie. He gets them barking like a wild man, and so if he barks, they bark. They think there must be something going on. In fact, they will bark so loud and so strenuously that they do start to actually howl, which is a lot of what you could get very easily get greyhounds to do, would be their howling. Huh, Stanley, huh? Huh. You don't remember having any greyhounds, though, do you? You were just a puppy when we had our last greyhound. You got little wet feet. You want to get on Mama's lap? Come on. Come on. Come on. What do you smell, huh? What did you smell? So my husband's probably up soon. Yeah, he's cute. You want to see? Say hello, Stanley. Whoop. You got a wet face, wet legs from all the... Say hi. He'll go inside and be all flustered because he's wants to get dried off. And the other dog back behind me, I don't know if he's still standing there. Oh, he was standing at on the concrete pad where the air conditioner is. Standing up there so that he wouldn't get wet. My dad lives in Arizona, so Hank is used to being in the house a lot or going outside and laying in the sun. He's not used to a lot of grass or rain. Definitely was not used to snow. Clint says, hi, puppy. His name is Stan Lee. Clint. Yep, his name is Stan Lee. Huh, young man. He's not such a young man anymore. I think he turned 9 this June. Huh, Stanley? Yeah, he's due for a haircut and a vet check, aren't you? All the stuff you don't want to go do. Hmm. Hello, Stanley. Clint says hello to Stanley. Hello, Stanley. Uh-oh. He just quick and heard something and ran to the backyard fence. Do not bark. Young. No. Stanley Charles. The neighbor dogs are not out, thank God. The neighbor behind us, their dogs are 3 big husky dogs. We don't have the best relationship with them, thanks to a very, very near-death dog incident. And as you can imagine, with us with the small dogs, and them with the huskies who had the near-death experience. But with modern medical veterinary science and abilities and medication, antibiotics, lots of surgeries, she was saved. And she runs around and acts like nothing ever happened and is still in charge. Don't pee on Mommy's mushrooms. Mommy made glass mushrooms and you're not to pee on them. No, you're not. They're pretties. You don't pee on Mommy's pretty yard pretties. Don't be on my backyard pretties. So today, what is today? Okay, we said Thursday. So today is supposed to be a happy day, being looking forward to the weekend. We have a bookcase that we are giving to our grandbabies. Oh my goodness, over the top of the over. Sorry, very easily distracted. Um, the rainbow is no longer over to my. The rainbow is no longer over behind me to the west. It is now above me, directly above me, into the clouds going from north to south. That means there must be quite a bit of moisture up in those clouds. The rainbow is moving with it. Oh my goodness, it just got really, really bright, you guys. I've never been under an umbrella, under a rainbow before. Ever, much less being rained on. Here, let me see if I can show you guys. Can you see that? I don't see if you can tell how bright that is. But that is the rainbow that I showed you that was earlier, all the way above that garage over there and behind it. But now these dark clouds have started to move over my head. The rainbow is there too. It's going to be an okay day, right? When there's rainbows. I really should go to the post office today. I have crafty stuff and different things to mail out. And like I said, we have a bookcase that we're giving a white bookcase because to my grandkids because they love right now absolutely love and obsess over books. And they've got lots of them. And the last time my daughter was here with the kids and her husband on Sunday, they brought some of their books over here to keep here, along with the toys that we have in a big chest, trunk. It's kind of a trunk. And then once we give them that, we can move our bookcase out of the way of the toy area over there and put their bench over there and put their books on and a couple pillows on the bench so they can sit and read or they can play with toys from over there. I know a lot of grandparents probably go way out of their way being involved in their grandkids' lives or changing their own homes. You have a lot of books too, so do I. And I love books. My second child, his first toy was books too, just like Oliver, who's my fourth. You have some Halloween books. I don't even know if I don't think I have Halloween books. I've made Halloween journals, but I don't have any Halloween books. What's funny is I love Halloween and I love all the weird, scary kind of macabre part of Halloween stuff too, but I don't like to get scared. I don't like scary movies. And I can't think of a single scary book I've ever even read. Not even your Stephen King. I'm not a mystery thriller, any of that kind of book reading. I am, however, looking. Oh, I'm in for a treat. um, I am looking forward to Practical Magic 2, the movie. Practical Magic. They're coming out with a second one for. They're coming out with a second one for um, next year, early next year. I don't know, was that February or March? I know, it's a wonderful movie. I watched that over and over and over. It's one of the very few movies I can watch more than one time. I can watch Elf over and over and over again. I love Elf. We watch Elf for every Christmas at least once. And I can watch Practical Magic over and over again. And I am thrilled that it's going to be the same. You love witches? Was it Sandra Bullock, Nicole Kidman have both said they are coming back for Practical Magic 2. So that's exciting. So what do you love about witches? Do you love how they look, like the hats and the cloaks and the flying on the brooms and all that kind of thing? Casting spells? Or what is it about witches? Just their whole aesthetic, the wearing black and all that kind of thing. You collect witches. Oh, figures or images? It's been a long time since I've made any Halloween cards. Maybe I should do that. And instead of sending them out to people who were supposed to be good family members and friends way back when, figures. That's cool. The one witch figure I have, my mom bought me before she passed away. But maybe I will do Halloween cards. Maybe I can start focusing on that a little at a time now so that it's not so high pressure to get them done. Um, I generally pick a few designs that I like, so and then never any one of the same one is the same, but I've got a basic design um, that I will follow by four different kinds probably at the most. And I get really detailed because I really love it. And I love the colors. You make vintage cards. Are you making them now? Getting ready for Halloween? Maybe, I was saying, maybe instead of the people who haven't turned out to be, good family members and friends like before, when I used to mail things and send them out. And even then, I think we only got some things back because we sent them. But I think maybe what I will do is make them for, uh, oh, you got to get, oh gosh, isn't that the truth? It's such a pain. Ink is so expensive. I know, what is it? There's one that printer that everyone has been talking about how long the Eco Tank, I think, how long their ink lasts. And that, uh, um, that kind of printer. I don't usually print out a lot of color for Halloween cards. I end up using watercolor pencils. Um, and then instead of going over it with water, I'll tend to go over it with a paintbrush that dipped in Mod Podge so that it comes up alive. Oh, yours is a Canon printer and copy. I can't remember. I think our current one is a Canon as well. We've gone through so many. My gosh, you guys, between all the things I've printed over the years for crafty stuff and all the things the kids have needed printed for school, yeah. Oh, and there was a time where we needed it to be all in one, like copy, scanner, printer, fax, because there was a time we had to do a lot of faxing medical stuff, but not anymore. With the nursing agency, um, it's been electronic charting for a little while now. So no paper involved. There goes the other little. Oh, you must have. Little chipmunk must have waited until my dogs went somewhere else. Or you just didn't see him, did you? Oh, he's behind me and he just didn't see that chipmunk. Thank goodness, because he would have taken off running after him. It's a little chilly today, but it sure is very, very sticky. Probably because of this rain up in the clouds there. I wonder if it's going to. I see a little bit on the horizon over there, a little bit of sky peeking through. I don't know if that's going to amount to anything good weather-wise or if we're going to have a rainy Thursday. Yeah, I understand that, Clint. I've printed so many images over the years. I can't even imagine buying um, Halloween cards. But I do like to take the images and cut them out, add any color that I want to add. Like I said myself, with watercolor pencils. Um, so I get a real vivid image when I go over it with a water color brush that has Mod Podge on it. Makes it shiny and just little areas. One year I went really elaborate with one of them, and it was probably close to an hour to make one. And that was only one of 4 different designs I was making that year, and I don't even know how many of those I made. But it was beautiful and scary, kind of freaky at the same time, which is great, you know? So, and besides, even if I end up with making more cards than I mail out, I'll just put them in my stash. I now have not just a card storage box for different events, cards that I've seen in the past that I've bought or cards that I've made. Sure. Sure, Clint. Are you the Clint that I know from Beth Schuler's group by chance? Because it kind of feels like maybe you are. Okay. And from Create with Becca, I think you're over there sometimes. I did not know you were such a vintage Halloween lover. That is awesome. We have that very much in common, Clint. Very much in common. It would be fun, huh? Because my bestie, she's gotten so much better about Halloween, Clint. But before I met her, the girl hated Halloween. Hated it. And now she likes it to a certain extent. But she's not like you and me, vintage Halloween crazy. She's not even Halloween crazy, much less vintage Halloween crazy. But I don't make her watch scary movies because I don't watch them, so that's a good thing. I also got her to watch Elf. Oh, because she had never even watched Elf. I mean, once Elf came out, it became like the quintessential gotta watch this every Christmas movie, you know? What other movies like that? There's another one. Oh, Princess Bride. Do you like Princess Bride? Elf is the best. Oh my gosh, the lines from Elf. My children, as 30 something year olds, quote Elf still. And let's see. Practical Magic. I do like Hocus Pocus, but not so much. It's Practical Magic. Um, and Elf for Christmas. I'm trying to think what other movie that there is that's like a always a go-to. Yeah, I don't like the cheesy Christmas stuff, but Elf, like it's real. It's a real live act. You know, actors and whatever. It's not a cartoon. Um, I just can't think of what the other movie is that I had right at the tip of my tongue. Because there's like I said, there's very few that I will watch over and over again, even if it's a holiday movie. Um, I'll listen to music over and over again. We have a station here, Clint. We have a station here that is soon as the is it the beginning of November or the beginning of October? I believe it's the beginning of November because October would be bad. They start playing Christmas music non-stop. I think it's all of November and then all of December. And they just like the stores got earlier and earlier putting Christmas stuff out. They started playing Christmas music early and earlier. So now they are at the beginning, I believe, yes, of November. They play Christmas music. So all I have to do is turn that on. Um, but I wish I could think of what that other movie is. Ugh, I don't know what it is. Can't remember. I can't remember if it's a Halloween one or a Christmas one, or neither. My nephew's into all the scary Christmas stuff. My friend's son is into the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Um, I like my Practical Magic, a little bit of Hocus Pocus. They're a little giddy and goofy for me. Oh my gosh, I watched the new one, or Hocus Pocus 2, whichever it was called. Or I don't know if it was a remake or just Hocus Pocus 2. Did not like that at all. Did not like that at all. Um, yeah. Nope. Nope. It's got to be the original. Oh, hello, blue and black finch, or what, yellow and black finch. There's a yellow and black finch that always comes to visit. And I thought somebody told me that they mate for life, but I always just see one by themselves in the morning going up to the flowers. Hello. Oh my gosh, he's standing right. Flower. Having his breakfast of sunflower seeds. Ah, there he goes. Oh, I don't know where he went now. Yep, he's always an in and out character back here. Ooh, there's one of the squirrels walking the wire. Hank must have went inside or he would have a hissy, barking like a madman. Not that he'll ever catch him. Good God. So much higher up off the ground. But our little sparrows and our little finches, besides that yellow one, are not really out so much this morning. Makes me a little worried that maybe we are going to have storms. Yeah, the animals tend to know. You love all the Christmas and the Halloween shows? Oh, I used to decorate up so big for Halloween when the older three were home because we'd always then have a big party right with their friends right around Halloween. Are you growling? What are you growling about back there? What are you low-key growling about? You're stalking something? You're not a cat. What are you doing? Paisley, Stanley, what are you stalking? Those are flowers down there. You do know that, right? What do you see? Come here, Bubba. Come on now. Always thinks he sees things too. Kind of like when we let them out at night and they catch up with a skunk. That's been joyful. I really shouldn't say that because I don't even have any wood to knock on so that it doesn't happen again. You don't do scary movies either? No. My younger sister loves scary movies. And so I guess that's why it doesn't surprise me that her two kids that are all grown up now, they love scary movies too. My nephew, um, my younger sister's son, when he lived with us here, he got me to watch a couple scary movies, but he liked them way more than I did. He had to like watch the really, Auntie Nene has to watch. You bring the really toned down ones. I don't want the blood and guts and all that kind of thing. Yeah, too jumpy. I don't like the jump. It's like just for a jump scare, and I don't like to be scared like that. I get scared accidentally all the time. You know, I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and in walks my husband from the side of me or something, and I didn't expect him to be there, and I literally will let out a blood curdling scream. You know, that kind of thing. I'm easy to scare that way. Hey, hey, and for no reason. So, uh-oh. Daddy must be awake because there's Paisley. Are you barking at Paisley? So now the world is waking up at my house. Must be that time. Let's see. It's a little 10 after, what is it, 10 after 7? And my husband always wonders, how can you sit out in the backyard and just talk for hours? Hello, Paisley. Paisley, would you like to say hello? Paisley, can you say hello? Hi, Pepe. Hi. Yeah, you sticking your legs up because you don't like the wet grass? She's in charge, and she lets you know it. She definitely lets you know it. And of course, she's the littlest, and she's the only girl. That's how they say things go. Yeah, 7'10". Yeah. So if she's out here, that means he's up. Or I did leave the door open, so she could have gotten out on her own. But usually she doesn't get up out of bed till somebody's moving. Most 99.9% of the time, she doesn't get up until her daddy gets up. Yeah, Paisley. She's part mostly Chihuahua, and they say part Jack Russell Terrier, but I don't know about that. Other than when she was younger, she could really, really jump. She had hops, man. Um, but now I think she's 8 years old on December September 1st, September 8th, September 8th. And yeah, she'll be 8. And she still just thinks she rules the roost. She just doesn't run and jump as high or as fast. But that's what they say. The female dogs all get in charge, become in charge, boss every run around. And she's a very much a she'll love you 1 second, and if she even thinks you're going to do something she doesn't like or doesn't want you to do, the next thing you know, she wants to bite your hand off, bite your face off. She's like, rah, 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 rah. And like scary. But I should be paying attention to who's walking up behind me. My husband will tend to walk up behind me and scare the shit out of me back when I'm sitting out here too. I haven't been in Beth's chats all that much lately. A couple times. I don't know. I don't think I've seen too much of Becca either. I know she went on a vacation or came north to visit family a while back, and then I've only caught her maybe 1 or 2 times since then. I don't know what this thing is about, this platform we're using, but they tend to, they're really moderating like who I'm seeing. It's like they're trying to rotate around cycles of different people that I've never, bringing up all these people that I've never seen before, and not necessarily the ones that I have always watched. Oh, you either? You're just doing your own thing? Yeah. I have a really hard time crafting when I'm not in a good headspace. Or I have a really hard time journaling then too. And those are probably the things I should be doing the most of. That's the time I should do it the most. But I'm getting better about it. Crafting more, making my own crafty videos too. So I guess maybe I should. Oh, so there's the partner. I see you, because I just saw the other yellow and black finch fly over the fence in the back. And here you are. You are smaller. You must be the mama. You must be the mama. Yeah. But I was thinking maybe I should set myself a specific number of Halloween cards. That way, whenever I want to work on them, I can. And I can get them done in time. Ooh, 3 swooping around dragonflies just now. So I will have to search up the images that I've got stored up and see which ones I want to use. I've got plenty of scrapbook paper to go along with it. I've even got the black paper and black envelopes, the hard brown craft paper cards already made, and envelopes. So unlike other years, I wouldn't have to cut those and get those together. So I'm partway there already. It is so much fun. It is a lot of fun. And I should allow myself that childish joy that I felt when I had teenagers and around Halloween, and the way I decorated, and we had a party with all their friends, and we invited all their parents. Not that hardly any of their parents came ever. Um, I think maybe once one of their parents came by um, before they went on to an adult Halloween party for all the other friends that they had. Um, but the last year, I remember decorating it everything up as Edgar Allan Poe, and we have a big front window, and I had a like a cheapy paperback version of collected works by Edgar Allan Poe, and I ripped out page by page by page and taped the whole inside of the window. And it was an older book, but it still was just, it wasn't worth anything. It was a paperback. So, um, so we had book page stuff for Edgar Allan Poe, and um, it was like black, white, and the brown craft color. Um, and by then, my older children were of drinking age. And so we made a whole bunch of jello shots, literally inside plastic syringes, because we have a whole bunch of those, because thanks to my little son. And you still dress up for Halloween? Well, yeah. And yeah, I dress up now still too, because when I go outside, especially last year, I put on my witch hat and grabbed a large piece of um, what what not shiny, but like sort of not even really metallic-y, shimmery, like a shimmery silver with a swirly black velvety design through it. Wrap that around myself um, to help stay warm. And my husband lit a fire out in the driveway, and I had my big stock. Yeah, that's Stanley again. My big stock pot full of candy and fidgets and toys. Um, so whoever wanted uh, whichever thing, there were options. And I sat out there with a thing of yellow yarn, and I just finger crocheted one long strain of fabric as all the kids came by. I saw some of the kids that were kids when my older children were children, all grown up now, out of college, but living back at home. You know, we all know the economy sucks, and a lot of even college graduates can't afford to buy a house of their own yet. So yeah, a couple sisters. Hey, hey, hey! A couple of sisters. They have an older sister that is disabled, and they were pushing her in her chair. She was dressed up as a princess, and they brought her over, and I did not even recognize that it was them at first. They'd grown up so much and changed so much. And then I realized, I mean, they knew who I was because they knew whose house they were coming to. And then I almost started to cry. But it was nice to see them again too. And all the little kids in the neighborhood. Hey, because for a couple years before last Halloween, we just had really crappy weather. It was either so cold, or it was pouring down rain. And so then you have no trick or treating. And no fun for the people who like to have trick-or-treaters, and it's no fun for the kids who don't get to go trick-or-treating. And I don't know how much they do up for parties at school anymore. Hey guys, hey. That's the neighbor yard. Don't be being naughty. Knock it off. Hank, knock it off. I'm in the back corner here where like all four corners of the house backyards meet. Hey! So if it's the next door neighbors don't have a dog, but the neighbors diagonal behind us have a dog, and the neighbors straight behind us have a dog, and the neighbor to the diagonally the other direction they have a dog, but that dog is quiet. And that house is that's actually one of the kids my kids grew up with. He lives there. And the next door neighbor on the other side, they had a dog for a long time. And then the dog passed away, and they never seem to have gotten another pet, or at least not another dog. And no cat that comes outside. So my husband has had to take the lid off the air conditioning unit twice already this year to clean it out from debris from storms and landscapers and whatever, because it starts to get humid in the house, in the downstairs area, and it's all because things have gotten all up into the air conditioning unit. I don't remember that happening so much before, but apparently this year is the year. Hey, hi Hank. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Here, Hanky. Come here. Look. Hanky, say hello. 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 Who's a good boy? See, this is the back half of him that is Dalmatian. This is the part of him that is part Doberman Pinscher. Huh? Show us your face. Show us your pretty face. Come here, you. Where's your pretty face? Oh, yes. 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 Oh, look, there you are. Yes, oh, go pretty boy. With a ponytail, or not a ponytail, a bow tie and everything. So handsome. Honey, that's a child screaming in the backyard. She's probably swinging on a swing because they've got a play set over there. He thinks he has to be alert to everything. Clint says hello, Hank. Every noise, you guys, every noise. And what are you doing over here, Mr. Stanley? What are you doing? Well, it's getting to be that time that the world is awake. And I should go inside and prepare for the day. I appreciate you being out here, though, on watching with me, chitty-chatting with me today, this morning, Clint, and for all discussions Halloween. You have me now motivated and inspired to figure out what kind of Halloween cards I might make this year. And I think I'll just send them out to my crafty friends, people who will appreciate them. Appreciate a homemade card. And you in particular will have to I'll have to get your address from Beth and send you one of my Halloween special cards. The one it'll be a contest, okay? Not who can make the best cards, but like between the card that you send to me and I send to you. I do. I'm on Facebook. My last name is Cole, Cole, and you have my first name from the YouTube channel. So, yeah, you can contact me there and we will send each other our best Halloween card. I'll have to think of something good and but I'll get started on everybody else. Pick out a few. Okay. Pick out a few names or a few styles. I don't know if I'll do 4 styles. Again, that's a lot. Maybe just one, maybe just 2 styles, 2 different styles. And then yours, I'll make sure I get you a good one, a fellow Halloween lover is not an easy thing to find all the time. So, uh-oh, you're chasing the squirrel that is all the way up like 10, 15 feet above you. Stop. Stop barking. Well, I'm going to go inside. Thank you all for watching and chitty-chatting, Clint. That's been great. And all the Halloween chat. And the hey, hey, hey. Hey. Hank. And I was about to say sharing the quiet out here. Oh, okay. Great. Sounds good. I will look for that, Clint. And now, not only is the world waking up, but if I don't go in the house, my dog is going to wake the rest of the world up. Hank, the squirrel is long gone. It's not going to let you catch it. It's too fast for you. But it's time for a second cup of coffee and see what's going on inside my house today and a start for some digging out of Halloween images. See you in your shoes. I will see you in your stream, and I will make sure that I announce enough ahead of time when my streams are going to come on. I do not just crafty things. I do some music reviews. I do some political stuff, but you can look through my channel. The playlists are kind of separated out so you know what you're getting into. And I make sure in my descriptions and titles that you know what you're getting into, so you don't click on politics if you don't want to. You don't click on music review if you don't want to. So if you're only interested in the crafts, you'll be able to know which ones are those too. Okay? Happy Halloween crafting and happy crafting in general, Clint. Happy Thursday for everyone else. And if you are out there watching from the other side of the world, some of my friends who it's become evening for them, you have a good evening and a good night's sleep. And don't forget to comment down below if you watch my replay. I would love to have comments. I'm a teeny tiny little channel. But I'm having fun with it, and I think fun is the whole point, right? So, and trying to make my world not feel so small, having people out there. So I will see you guys on my next stream or my next backyard chit chat. You never know. Take care. Until next time. Maybe next Thursday, but probably before then.